In this video, we will learn about the secrets of parameters in Power Query. So here we have one example table. Let me show you the underlying values. So here we have products table, right? So we have these type of columns in it, and we are interested in the column like category and the list price. It contains 397 rows. For example, we have like millions of rows in the table, and we don't want to load all the data at once. So for example, depending on the user, we can select the data based on the categories like accessories, bikes and clothing components, and we need to pass these parameters so that the data only load for the selected category. So how we can create and how many types of parameters are available in Power Query, we will go through one by one in detail. So let's go to the Power Query editor, transform data, and here you can see this is a managed parameter. So you can click here either manage parameter or the new parameter, because we don't have any parameter at the moment. Like if I click manage parameter, we will get nothing, and you can click new. Otherwise you can also click new parameter here. So the first parameter is here you can see we have suggested value. We have these three types of parameters: any value, list value or the query. So the name of the parameter will be par underscore any value. Here you can write any description like write any value. Type is, our type of parameter is text, because we need to provide categories. And what is the current value? The current value is, for example, bikes, and we just need to click OK. So here you can see we are getting one parameter, par underscore value. The bike spellings are wrong, so we need to click again to the manage parameter, edit parameter, and here we have to write bikes. Click OK, and now the parameter is there, and now we need to associate this parameter with the products table. So let's go to the column where we need to associate. So click here, and here you have to click text filters equal to, and here we have to choose the type parameter, and what is the name of the parameter is a par underscore any value. Click OK, and here you can see we are getting all the values that belong to bikes. And if you close and apply, so here you will see we are getting all the data that belong to categories. And let's again go to the Power Query editor. If you want to change this parameter to accessories, and then we need to just close and apply, and here you can see we are getting all the data that belong to accessories. By using this kind of parameter any value, you can type any value by your own. You don't have any option to choose here. So let's try to create one more parameter, manage parameter, new parameter. So here we have to write like par underscore, what is the name of the next, is a list value. So par underscore list, and choose any value from the list. This is the description, and here the type is again text. The suggested value is list of values, and here we have to write the list manually. So we can create this kind of parameter based on the static values, like a few values. So here is the first value is bikes, clothing, accessories, for example. These are the three values, and here you can choose, for example, bikes, and the current value will be again, for example, bikes. Click OK, and if you look here in the product, this is category, and here we have choose bikes. So why bikes is not there? Because this value is not being associated with this category. So we have to click here and clear filter, and here we have to again click on the text filter equal to, we have to choose here parameter, and the second parameter is par underscore list, the newly created parameter. Click OK. So here you can see this is the bikes. If you click again to the par list bikes, here you can choose any value that you have written in the par underscore list parameter. So now let's go to the third type of parameter, transform data, and we need to click new parameter, and here you can see the third parameter is the query. So this is the third parameter is a dynamic parameter. So if you go to the product category, so here you can see we are getting these parameters in the table. If you have a big table that contains like 20, 25, or the parameters are being changed or updated frequently, then you have to create dynamic parameter that is based on some table. And how to create that kind of parameter? For this, you need to create a list. Click, we can make a copy of this table, duplicate, and here is the categories list. This is the name of the table, and then we need to click FX, and you know how to create list. In the square bracket, we need to write the name of the column, English, that's it. So here we have a new list. Now we need to create the third parameter, new parameter, and this is the par underscore query. This is the name of the parameter. Here you can write any description here. The type is again text, and here we have to choose query. So here we have to choose category list, this one. And what is the current value? This is, for example, bikes. Click OK. And now we need to associate this parameter with the products table. Go here in the category, we need to clear the filter, and here we have to again text filter equal to, here you have to choose the parameter and the third value, which is par underscore query. That's it. Now we don't need the other parameters like par underscore value. We can delete this one, and par clothing and the parameter list, we need to delete this one. So we have only one parameter. Click close and apply. And if I click transform data, edit parameter, so here you can see I'm getting this parameter list here. If I click components, the data from the components category will be loaded. So here you can see, so it's a component, right? And if we click edit parameter, then again the pop-up will come, and here you can see, here you can choose like clothing. Click OK and apply changes. So here you can see clothing, right? And we need to use one more parameter here, Let's go to the transform data. So here I need to create one more parameter, a new parameter, and the name is par underscore price. The value is decimal number, and here you can choose any value, and it's like 12. Click OK. And now we need to apply this parameter to the list price. Here we have one column, the list price, and greater than. Here we have to choose parameter, price, click OK. Okay, so here you can see we are getting all the list price which is greater than 12, this one. And now close and apply. And here if I click edit parameter, so here you will see the clothing, like accessories, and the unit price I can write here like 50, greater than 50. So you will see here apply changes, so accessories and greater than 50, right? So you can choose multiple parameters in it. And let me show you one last part. So we need to save this file as a Power BI template, and the name is, we can write here parameters categories. When you will send this file to anybody, he cannot see all the data at once. He needs to choose the parameters, and then he will see the data accordingly. So double click, and here you will see these two parameters, right? This is a dynamic parameter, par underscore query. So here you can choose like clothing, and here you can choose the price, like if I say greater than 20, so the data that fulfill this criteria, that will be loaded. So see, clothing and list price is greater than 12. So this is all about input parameters in Power Query.